waves softly hitting the shore of a riverbank, wind whistling through the cattails of a slough, the sound of a distant hen mallard making a muffled quack. Hunters rely on their senses, and astute hunters rely on the ability to hear the world around them. Hearing is a valuable sense for the hunter. This week on The Grind, Bill Wilroth joins the blind with Zach Myer from WildEar for some big-time mallard action over small water.
It's a lifestyle for the rough and rugged kind. The tougher the game, the longer the pain, the better the ride. We do what we can to stay ahead, 'cause the modern world wants us left for dead. You better believe as long as we breathe, the sun's gonna rise. We dig real deep, try a little harder, buckle down tight, go a little farther so we can look back and be proud of what we've done. Sometimes we gotta work under the gun, don't sweat the battle, make sure the war's won. Keep on keeping on, 'cause the bottom line, it's a labor of love we call the grind.
The Grind is brought to you by Canadian Waterfowl Supplies, decoys and gear for marsh and field, Lucky Duck Premium Decoys, Masters of Deception, Dakota Decoy, Premium Gunning Decoys for demanding hunters, WildEar, custom fit hearing, enhancement, and protection, Rio, the official ammunition of The Grind Waterfowl TV, Pro Drive, shallow water outboards, authentic Wyoming high mountain seasonings, Sitka, specialized outdoor wear and equipment, Delta Waterfowl, the Duck Hunters Organization, and these fine sponsors.
We are in day 2, Central Kansas. We're with Zach Myer from WildEar. And we come down here every January, high caliber outdoors, find me ducks. I think they think I'm crazy, I'm a duck guy. I think they kind of like geese, but we're on a nice little river. Looks like we might actually get some sunshine this morning. Yesterday we had a gray day, but we still did really well. We're hopeful the ducks are gonna respond a little better. Maybe get some big bunches in here today, because there are a lot of birds down here. Look, we got ducks dropping in the decoys right now. My world just came alive.
Every January, once we run out of season in the north, we head south. And 5 years ago, we made it just an annual trip. We come down here, we hunt with Adam and Ben from High Caliber Outdoors, and they treat us right. The lodging's great, and there are birds everywhere. Something about this area, doesn't get a lot of snow. They get cold, but not a lot of snow, so it just fills up with birds. Birds come down the central flyway, they kind of stall out on the Oklahoma border, they dip down into Oklahoma a little bit, and then they come right back up here into Kansas. Birds are becoming a non-migrating bird. They'll only go as far as they're forced to go. So they go past the snow line, they stop, and this place is always loaded up with waterfowl.
Max.
Dad called his own card there, like a champ.
I figured Adam out.
It was good.
The guys at The Grind gave us a call a couple weeks back. We knew that there was a split down in Kansas, and we knew that they were talking about going with Ben and Adam from High Caliber. I kind of said, keep it on your radar, just watch the weather, see what happens. We're kind of hoping everything would line up and be able to get the opportunity to come. The dates and the scheduling all worked out, so shot them a text, said, yeah, we can make it work. So we just got home from Las Vegas from SHOT Show and packed the truck and took a 10-hour drive down south to High Caliber here and hunted with the boys for a couple days. Right?
Brakes only.
Every year we try and get with Zach from WildEar. We love to hunt with him. He's a great guy. He brought Jeff from the office too. Jeff I met a year ago, and I've shared a blind a couple times with him. We just always try and get him on a hunt because we have so much fun with him. And we thought of no better place to bring him than Central Kansas. Adam and Ben at High Caliber always get the job done for us. We had great times with Jeff and Zach and got some great hunting in.
Boy, those are dropping in nice, aren't they?
Working wonderfully.
Ducks are just working better today. They fed, for one thing. They're coming in, they've got some corn in their craw. A little lighter. I mean, it's not quite as overcast as it was yesterday. It's just brighter out. And they are dropping in just the way a guy wants them to. We got orange feet hanging.
The beauty of this area is they've got a lot of small, shallow, fast-running rivers, and they don't freeze. We have been down here before when they have froze up, and you get a couple warm days, they kick right back open again. Open water equals waterfowl, and there's something about these shallow, fast-running rivers. Beautiful rivers. They've got sandy bottoms, rocky rivers, currents rolling anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour, and it keeps the water open. And where there's open water, you find waterfowl.
As steady as Max is, he was getting a little excited there and he broke on us a couple times. So I didn't shoot, just took control of the dog, got Max. Now he's back to being Max. Now he's just rock steady again. But don't get caught up in not watching your dog. Make sure your dog's doing what he's supposed to do.
There are roughly 40 million people suffering from some sort of hearing loss in the United States. Around 10 million of those people have hearing loss that is considered noise-induced hearing loss, or NIHL. Hunters are extremely susceptible to NIHL. Government research suggests that once sound reaches the 85 decibel level, ear damage begins to occur. Typical everyday sounds such as busy city traffic, lawnmowers, airports, or even a baby crying can exceed that amount. Tolerance levels to this noise depend on the decibel levels. Exposure to high decibel levels can cause serious hearing damage over much shorter amounts of time. Pain threshold to sound occurs at 130 decibels. Once you reach the pain threshold, instant and very permanent damage can occur to your ears from even the briefest of sounds like a gunshot. A 12-gauge shotgun has a decibel level of 165. Every shot has the potential to create some long-term hearing loss. Once ears are damaged from repeated loud noise, there is nothing modern medicine can do to fix the damaged ear cells. The only fix is the use of hearing aids. Today, more hunters are attempting to prevent hearing loss, but traditional hearing protection like earplugs inhibit a waterfowl hunter's ability to listen for birds or call. New science and technology from WildEar, however, is changing how hunters and shooters protect their hearing while also amplifying the hearing senses necessary for hunting.
The difference with our product and some of the others that you'd see in the field is obviously one, it's all custom fit. We won't deviate from that. There's a lot of value there, comfort-wise and just overall performance. Some of the small details would be just directionality, being actually able to recognize and detect where that sound's coming from in comparison to some of the other products. You'll get the amplification side of it, but you don't know exactly where it's coming from. And then any sound above 90 decibels, it's going to actually suppress down to approximately 40. The difference there is if you're at like a gun range or shooting trap or skeet or sporting glades and there's constant shooting at other bays or stands, you can still talk and communicate with whether you're your buddy, your shooting partner, the range officer. It's just a safety thing. We decided to knock that all the way down or suppress it down to zero for that reason. I was going to do that, you might as well just have earplugs in because you're not going to be able to communicate if there's other shooting.
Ever had that ringing in your ears after a shot? If you have done some damage to your hearing. Waterfowl hunters are especially susceptible to higher decibels when hunting out of blinds or pits. One big misconception regarding hearing loss is that a loud noise like a shotgun muzzle blast creates a temporary hearing loss. This couldn't be further from the truth. Indication of hearing damage is called tinnitus. You will recognize tinnitus by the ringing you get in your ears after a loud sound, and once you hear this ringing, it is a clear indication that exposure to sound, whatever it may have been, has done some serious and permanent damage. The WildEar is a revolutionary hearing enhancement system that not only suppresses loud noise like shotgun blasts, but also enhances low decibel sounds like a deer walking through dry leaves, or a turkey gobbling on a distant ridge, or the wings of mallards slicing the air overhead. WildEar is custom designed to perfectly fit an individual.
So what our product, when it does compress that sound or take the gunshot or whatever report over 90 down to 40, it's just going to protect what you have. You know, you can buy new teeth or a new hip, but you get one shot at your ears, so it's crucial to protect it. It might not be the coolest thing in the world. It beats being that 65-year-old dude that has to have hearing aids. What we do with the product is we'll take an impression of the customer's ear that gets scanned in. It's digitally 3D scanned, and then on top of that, it goes into a detail process, like essentially it's a 3D animation detailing. So essentially we take the customer's ear impression. Once that comes back to us in the lab based out of Minneapolis, we 3D scan it into our system, save everything electronically in case if we need the information of the customer's ear for the future. After that, then we do a 3D detail of the product. So we essentially scan the mold in to the computer, do the 3D detail or animation off of that. After that, the 3D scan is done. In the detailing process, we're gonna take the customer's impression, we build that up, do the detail side of it, and we actually send that to our 3D printer, made on a stereolithography, or also known as SLA. We take the shell from there and then build it, assemble it to the faceplate or to essentially the exterior side of the product. And that's where you'd see the push buttons and then our new on-off switch. Essentially merge those two, combine them. That's a finished product. They go through testing, QA, and then we ship out UPS to the customer after 7 days.
Max.
Six or six right there. The importance of the product in general, obviously you're going to be able to hear up to 5 times your surroundings or situation, and then when you do shoot, you're going to get the protection or suppression that you're going to want or need. So you're going to get a game or an edge on whatever critter you're chasing or trying to kill, and then you're going to get the protection that's obviously essential. For duck hunting, it's ideal. The product's essentially designed for the waterfowler. It's wheelhouse for them, you know, to actually be able to talk, whether you're in the blind or the pit with your buddies. Also hear the birds coming in from a distance. If you're not able to actually visually see where they're coming from, whatever roost they're coming off of. And then obviously when you guys shoot, everyone is gonna empty their gun. So take your 3 shots by the guys that are in the line, multiply that over the course of the hunt, over the course of the week, season, and then so on and so forth. So you understand just the frequency of the shooting is obviously the biggest thing in the waterfowl side of things. So if you can protect yourself there, another difference with our product in comparison to some of the other just general hearing protection that's in the market for a waterfowler is just the ability to blow your calls without all the crazy distortion that you might get just kind of in like the top of your head. If you are blowing your duck call, your goose call, it sounds like everything's coming out of the top of your head, whereas with this, it's active hearing protection, so you're going to be able to still blow your calls and effectively hit the notes and based on the inflection and all that kind of good stuff that you're going to need.
Max.
The river that we're on, you know, it's kind of that conventional or typical shallow, There seems to be a lot of currents and pockets and stuff like that, so we don't get a whole ton of that up in Minnesota. It's usually more bigger water, bigger river stuff, unless you can find some backwater or something like that. So it was a unique hunt in the sense that there's just so many sandbars and the height is so good that you can kind of just get in there and disappear from the ducks.
Cover is very important. Cover is very important every day, but when you get a condition where you have no sun, low ceiling, lots of eyeballs looking at your blind, take the extra time, put a lot of cover on it. We had cover on the blinds and we went ahead, Adam always carries a hedge trimmer with him too, which is awesome because you're able to cut the natural vegetation that you're hunting in. So we cut some cover quick, we got them on the blinds, and it just helps. You got to take every edge you can in dark conditions. Hearing protection is so important. I'm in my mid-50s. I joke with these guys all the time. I wish I had known Zach. Of course, Zach's too young, but I wish I would have met these guys when I was in my 20s or 30s. Do something for your hearing. WildEar is a perfect combination for us. We've been with Zach for 5 years now. I can honestly say they're probably saving the little bit of hearing I have left in my left ear. It's a great product. It not only enhances your hearing, it's incredible what you can hear. You can hear ducks and geese coming. It's eerie almost, how far away you can hear them. On top of the enhancement, the suppression is what's so important. Hearing enhancement is just kind of a bonus. Get with Zach at WildEar, get some ears designed. They're custom fit, they're comfortable, and it will definitely save your hearing.
Just been a great morning so far. We've had everything, little bunches of 10, 15 to some nice singles. They're dropping right into the decoys, getting over the luckies. So just the difference in a day. It's a little brighter. We don't have full sunshine today, but we've got it's a bright day. So we're seeing some color. Ducks are seeing color. Kids are great.
More.
Same spot as the last dozen. Max doesn't wear a path out to that island.
Max.
We set up on a shallow little river. We hunted it both days, same spot. Ben and Adam had scouted it out, and it was absolutely loaded up with ducks. One of those shallow, fast-running, beautiful sand bottom rivers, and the mallards had found it. Hunted it both days. The first day we had a real overcast, dark overcast, heavy overcast, and you can shoot ducks, but they're smart. You have no shadows. You see better. Waterfowl sees better. It's harder to kill ducks, but we did it. We got the job done. First day we had mostly singles, doubles, triples coming in, which was a lot of fun. Getting big groups is tough. You got a lot of eyeballs staring down at you. So you'd get 1 or 2 or 3 birds peel out of a bunch, you better be taking them because that's probably what you're gonna get. Second day, same exact spot, pretty much the same wind. We didn't have full sunshine, but it was brighter. There was a small haze in the air, but the sun was there. And it was just a lot brighter. We could see color, it was easier picking out drakes. The ducks see, your decoys have more contrast. You create shadows with the blinds. Sunshine equals ducks, and it was evident in these 2 hunts. We got it done both days, but the second day with the bright skies, the ducks were dropping their feet and centering up perfectly in the blinds, and it was just perfect. We're wrapping up day 2 here in central Kansas with High Caliber Outdoors, Adam Gilkey and Ben Webster. And once again, the boys found me some mallards. They do it every January. They know I like ducks. It's a tradition. They treat us great down here. You guys want to shoot some green, get a hold of Ben or Adam and get down here. If you are looking to book a late season mallard hunt when most of the northern seasons are closed, definitely give these guys a call because I mean they have ducks, they have specks. And as you can see, as Adam says, this is Kansas green, and he puts us on it every year.
Visit our website, www.thegrindwaterfowl.com, where you will find past episodes as well as tips and tactics from the boys here at The Grind. Follow The Grind on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.